Excuse my sweatiness, I just got out of my hot yoga class, but it's really crazy how realizing that, we're energy beings and the universe is an energetic force, the higher power, God, whatever you want to call it, it's an energy, it's an energy force. We're energy beings, that belong to the energy force. And our emotions are our energy in motion through our body, through our energy body. And it's definitely so crazy to me now that I've been doing research and like testing it on myself and observing and listening and watching and looking at my body, how much when we have energy stored in our bodies and emotions stored in our body, how much it really affects our body in general. Like, for example, it's a full moon, and between yesterday and between, these past couple of days, there have been a lot of emotions. Full moon reflects those things that we need to let go of, and those things we need to face that we haven't necessarily acknowledged. And those emotions are kind of all over the body, they're flowing. It's a full moon, the tide, what happens with the water at the beaches, the tide rises, and so do our emotions. And it's definitely crazy how every time there's a full moon, and to me as a woman as well, every time I have my period or on my period, which the full moon and my period are usually in sync, it's definitely insane to me how much of a difference that makes in my body when I do things with my body. Like me doing my yoga class now, a couple days ago, I was just doing perfectly fine. I was able to do all the poses in perfect balance, everything. And then today, nothing changed except I have a lot of emotions. And as I'm working through the poses, I'm feeling the emotions rise up. And that's a beautiful thing, because I feel like yoga, it's definitely a tool to help us, acknowledge where those feelings are stuck and pent up, and like move them in order for us to acknowledge them and release them. And it's important for us to be mindful of that and be gentle with ourselves and nurture ourselves instead of being hard on ourselves when things like this happen and getting frustrated. Oh my God, like why? No, it's like it's an internal thing, as within, so without. So knowing that and coming to the understanding and doing that a little experiment with myself, since I've started doing my practice, I've definitely noticed such a difference, like in my flexibility, in my balance, and just overall everything in my practice, my mental, just everything, how much it shifts based on my emotions and how I'm feeling at the time and how my body is feeling, and the effects of the outside world in my inner world and the effects of my inner world in the outside world, because usually your inner world reflects onto your outside world. So your outside world, what's happening on the outside, is a reflection of your internal problems and your internal issues. So, that's why I say it's important to like meditate and spend time in solitude so we can face those issues, face those problems, acknowledge them, sit through them, learn from them, and then be able to release it and take those lessons and take them with us and keep them moving forward. And use them as helpful tools instead of numbing them and running away from them. And I've definitely noticed a difference with that, because me doing this shift these past 6 to 18 months, but especially these past 6 months, I've noticed such a shift, not only in my mindset but just in my overall well-being. Because prior to that, I used to be running away from my feelings and my emotions and my problems, and I was not facing them, because I was scared of them. And by me doing so, it was blocking my chakras. That being said, it was blocking, me feeling grounded. It was blocking my creativity. It was blocking my self-confidence. It was blocking my love towards myself and others. It was blocking my ability to speak up for myself, to speak my truth, to be able to listen and actually, when people talk, not only hear but listen what they're trying to say. It was blocking my third eye and my ability to dream, not only dream but also be able to just see through things instead of just look. And then my connection to the divine and the higher power. And it's insane how working through those things and be able to overcome it and learn from it and use them as your tools, use them to work for you instead of against you, how much of an impact and of a change it can literally have in your whole life and well-being, like your state of being, your state of mind, like just overall everything. So if you're watching this and anything that I said resonated with you, I would highly encourage you to step by step, each day 1%, take at least, start with 10 minutes and 15, and keep adding time that you spend with yourself, spending quality time with yourself, with your mind, with your feelings, with your thoughts, with your emotions, and getting to know yourself on a different level. And while you do that, you know, at first it's going to be hard because you're just going to be releasing emotions, you know, crying, anger, you know, but find a healthy outlet for it. And after time, you'll realize that after you're able to release all of that, you're making space for new ideas to come in, for, you know, new things to come into your life, mindset wise, and into your lifestyle, ideas, just everything overall. You know, you'll be able to solve problems faster. If certain situations come, or arguments come, or conflicts come, you're going to be able to have the tools to necessarily assess them. So yeah. Oh my god, I'm sweaty, but I don't want to put the AC on because I don't want to get sick. And you see my window? But anyways, I hope you have a great day, and I love you, and I hope you have a great, amazing rest of your week. And remember that your mind is powerful, but it's what you do with it. Are you using it for the good, or are you using it for the bad? What are you feeding your mind? What you feed your mind, when you speak, your ears listen. 555 on the timer. Your ears listen, and then your mind believes. And when your mind believes, you act on it. So start by changing your thoughts and changing how you speak to yourself. I love you.